Hello guys, this is Forty Splish Splash, very much welcome to my channel. Once again playing some VR, yes it was some time ago, I hope you will enjoy this. This is a game called Until You Fall. It was released on the 27th of August last year and we are about to go into the game. Regarding the settings guys, you can actually check out the vignetting power settings, which actually makes you less motion sick, if you're sensitive regarding that. Let's go.
Wake up, champion. Our city lies in ruin. In its place, monsters and twisted spirits now thrive. I have restored you as best I can. Together, we can stop this madness. Defend yourself!
Okay, we're gonna stop the madness by starting to learn how to do the basics in the game. As you can see, you can actually have dual wield, which I'm getting to soon, but here I'm learning how to block, and at first it didn't go too well, to be honest. I thought I would pull the trigger at the same time as I was holding the sword to block, but actually I just needed to hold it, which was kind of cool. And as you see, it's quite clear and obvious where to hold the sword to do like good blocks, and eventually also get to hit the enemy, which is of course a sweet thing. And there are different kind of styles you can use depending on your weapons you're using, and of course what kind of gamer, or should I say warrior, that you are. Well, as you can see, I'm having a struggle. I'm playing on normal right now in the game, but I can tell you guys, this is hard enough. So you can dash forward as well using the controllers. I'm playing this on HTC Vive, that is my go-to VR setup. Try to follow the orange markers when striking and you will take out the enemies much faster. And when you're done, clear a level, you will get the reward.
Good work.
The game is published and developed by Shell Games, and right now on Steam it costs 16.79 euros, and it has a lot of positive reviews, and I definitely start to understand why, because I'm having fun playing this game. Because the game actually takes skill and there's a learning curve, so make sure to start off maybe easy and then, as I did here, go to normal and further on. Because as you go through the levels it also becomes a bit harder. You will see me actually fail probably pretty soon towards one of the, you might call them bosses, okay? So with that said, this is definitely a kind of a test, because you use both melee and magic to fight these twisted enemies in this, what the devs are calling, unforgiving environment, and I understand what they mean. So battle, gather the currency and forge new weapons that I will show soon to grow even stronger. So when I die, or which you will see, or you fall in combat, you will rise to return more powerful than before. You also get these small tips along the way, which is good. For example, here I start to realize that I have to make like wider or bigger strikes to hit the enemy even harder, using actually both swords at the same time. Another thing that I like and discovered since I died and then had to respawn and play again is that each run features some randomized rewards. So like enemy configurations and rooms, no two attempts are quite the same, so that's a very good variation. As I said, I'm playing this on HTC Vive, but you can also play it on Oculus Rift, and I will put links in the description so you can find the game on Steam, also when it comes to Oculus, and of course the Discord that the devs have. You can check that out immediately if you want to. You can put the game in a wishlist or check it out on Steam directly if you want to buy it. I recommend so. I think you've understood by now that I think this is fun. Talking about fun, here I am to face one of the bosses, and I'm talking about failing, but to be honest with you, I think this was meant to happen. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Nevertheless, I do die.
Now you see why I have restored you. Rokar is no more. Should that creature continue unabated, its corruption will unravel reality. When you are ready, return to the surface and destroy that creature. I will arm you with the finest weapons I can muster, but only you can combat this horror.
Yes, only you can combat the horror. Talking about horror, you might change the difficulty right here also after you've died, which is quite convenient, as I told you, playing on normal right here. And I also have the ability, of course, to play on hard. But for me, honestly, that's gonna be my next task, because for me right now, it's perfectly fine to go between normal and actually easy, which I will also show you here. The difference is not that big, at least not from what I felt. Sure, you get a bit more possibilities to put on your blocks or do the blocking when the enemy is striking, which is of course a good thing. And later on, I guess I will also have the possibility to unlock the hardest difficulty, which I think is called Ultra, and I am far from there, that I can tell you, which is good to say, because then we have something to look forward to, and you know, to become better to master that level as well. It's also nice to see that they put time into the upgrades, so that will give you some different variations when it comes to weapon damage and shield and everything. And also, we talked about the weapons. I did try out a few more, for example a battle axe that was quite cool, even though my kind of fighting style is more towards swords. So I would like to hear if anyone has tried the game or played it before, since it's been out like for half a year almost now. If you have a weapon of choice, let me know in the comment section. As I told you guys, for me it's mainly swords, and here I'm getting a new one that you will see in action pretty soon. And over there, my friends, we do have the big battle axe for those of you that like to swing the big one, so to speak. I have not encountered any bugs or glitches in the game so far, which is of course a very positive thing. I played so many VR games by now, and I've had a few experiences regarding that, so I think it's good to tell you that, so you can feel confident if you get into the game, if you buy it. On a small note on the side here is that I need to retrack my room. I just realized and saw when I was playing that I lost track of my kind of left sword hand, which caused small problems when I was about to block, especially getting towards the harder difficulty and also harder enemies to meet. But that's on my side. Again, there are different ways to do this, but mainly try to follow the orange markers when striking or hitting an enemy. Also, I found that sometimes it's even good to make like an uppercut with the swords that you might see me doing once in a while. Even though the icon for blocking comes up, you can sometimes do that with good results. Talking about good results, it's about to meet a boss here, and yeah, salute, and then into the battle. One thing that I didn't use so much that has to be mentioned is of course that you can not only dash back and forward, dashing into the enemy and stun him a bit, but also go to the sides, which can be useful if you have more space. Meaning on this small bridge, on this particular fight, it's not the best of ideas, or I don't think you can actually do that. The difficulty I'm using here is normal, but it's still quite a challenge, as you may see if you play VR games before. I mentioned losing track a bit of my left hand, but I can't blame that because I just got beaten really hard. So it's back to the drawing board, trying to find new ways, of course, and yeah, gearing up a bit. And also this is where I choose to lower the difficulty, also for you guys to see how it is to play on easy, which I'm actually engaged in right here. Choosing easy is still a challenge, and it depends also, of course, how much experience you have playing these kind of games, and especially VR games, so have that in mind too. And I think that's great, because nowadays there's a lot of games that are way too easy to play, and I think having challenges makes it much more fun, and that also makes you want to come back to the game in order to become better. And when you master one level and maybe some weapons, you might want to go forward, choosing other styles, other weapons, and also beating another level. So I think that's just a really good thing they've done here regarding the development of this game. It's also cool that you can engage supers on your weapons. They build up also when you're blocking and attacking well, which I always try to do in order to become better at the game, and that is really cool. Although I realized later on that I maybe should have saved that one until I meet the boss again, but nevertheless, it's cool and it's a part of the game. It felt good coming back to this boss again and being able to block better, even though I'm not sure if that has mainly to do with the change of difficulty or if it's me also reacting a bit faster. It's a bit hard to tell, honestly. But finally, by working and sweating hard, talking about sweating, this is a bit of a workout. I choose not to have like a cam this time around because I think it's good that you can see the whole screen and how the game looks and plays only, and hear my voice in the background. But nevertheless, I was sweaty, guys, and if you play for like a half an hour or an hour, you probably would have to go to the bathroom and either wash your face a bit or even take a shower. So if you have an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive headset, go and check out Until You Fall. It's available on Steam, and I have the links that you need in the description. This is definitely one of the better, or maybe the best roguelite game that I've played on VR, so I highly recommend Until You Fall. So check it out on Steam and let me know what you think about it when you play the game. Thanks for watching, bye bye.